Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. In this video, we're going to take a look at the arguments against protectionism, which is the opposite way of saying we're going to take a look at the arguments for free trade, because the free trade argument is the same thing as the arguments against protectionism. So here we go. The arguments against protectionism are really related to the reasons why countries trade or free trade. So if you're comfortable with the video titled Why Countries Trade and Gains from International Trade, turn this video off and move on, because it's repetitive, right? This video is going to be short. It's going to last you about another minute and a half, so maybe keep listening. But there's no reason to listen to this video if you understand the other things. But maybe it'll just be a review. So the arguments against protectionism include the following, okay? And if you look at the green things, this is what protectionism does. Raises prices, leads to fewer choices, diminishes competition, distorts comparative advantage, and hinders economic growth. Right? So those are the opposites of what free trade does. Free trade lowers prices, more choice, it increases competition, it helps comparative advantage or supports it, and it leads to economic growth. But anyway, let's look into them in the opposite way, in sort of the protectionist way. So these are arguments against protectionism. Protectionism may raise prices to consumers and producers of the imports, that's hilarious, imports, not inboards, that they purchased, okay? Protectionism would lead to fewer choices for consumers. Protectionism will diminish competition if foreign firms are kept out of a country, and so domestic firms may become inefficient without the incentive to minimize costs. Innovation may also be reduced for the same reason. Protectionism distorts comparative advantage, leading to the inefficient use of the world's resources. Specialization is reduced, and this would reduce the potential level of world output. And protectionism undoubtedly may hinder economic growth. So these are like beautiful little points that you need to have a command of for an evaluation, right? Because you're going to get a question that's going to be about a protective tariff, and you're going to have to build an argument maybe for the tariff, but the way you build that argument is to talk about the benefits of free trade, and the benefits of free trade are also, of course, the arguments against protectionism. Okay, so you can't not know these things. These are really important, and they're really important in order to build a wide understanding of protectionism, a wide understanding of trade, so that you can make a really effective evaluation and judgment of the actions of a particular country, which is what happens, of course, in an IB economics question, right? You get a scenario, and you have to evaluate and eventually judge the outcome. So you need to know this information. Okay, I hope you found this video to be helpful, and we'll talk to you in a bit.